Before the first human ever looked up at the sky and wondered who ruled the heavens, the world already had masters, and they were not kind, not mortal, and certainly not at peace. Imagine a time when our planet was a battlefield for beings of immense power, a history hidden in the stories we dismiss as myth. Ancient civilizations, separated by vast oceans and thousands of years, all seem to whisper the same impossible memory. A time when the earth itself trembled under the footsteps of gods at war. Let's travel back to ancient Greece. Here, legends speak of the Titanomachy, a 10-year war that ripped the cosmos apart. The Titans, beings of raw, untamed, cosmic force, ruled the universe. But their own children, the ambitious Olympians, led by Zeus, rose up in a rebellion of unimaginable scale. The skies split with thunderbolts, the oceans boiled in rage, and entire mountains were torn from the earth and hurled like simple stones. This wasn't just a family squabble. It was a war that reshaped reality as Zeus fought to overthrow his father, the Titan king Cronus. The world as we know it was born from this cataclysmic conflict. But Greece was not alone in remembering a divine war. Journey to the frozen north, to the lands of the Vikings. Norse mythology tells of a fierce war between two powerful tribes of gods, the masters of war and power, and the Vanir deities of nature and fertility. Their clash shook the very foundations of the Nine Realms, a conflict so devastating that it ended not in total victory, but in an uneasy truce and an exchange of It was a stark reminder that even gods could not afford endless destruction. This peace created the unified pantheon we know today, but the scars of their war remained etched into the fabric of their world. Now, let's venture south to the sun-scorched sands of Egypt. Here, the divine conflict is not a distant memory, but an eternal, nightly struggle. Every single night, the sun god Ra, sailing his barge across the sky, must fight for his life against Apophis, the colossal serpent of chaos. Apophis isn't just a monster. It represents the ultimate void, the darkness that threatens to swallow the sun and drag all of creation back into non-existence. Ra's victory at dawn is never guaranteed. His battle is a constant, cyclical war that ensures the sun will rise. That order will triumph over chaos, if only for another day. From Greece to Scandinavia to Egypt, we see the same recurring theme. Our world, our Ordo, was born from cosmic violence. So what are we to make of these stories? Are they just elaborate tales to explain thunderstorms and the changing seasons? Or could they be something more? Some researchers and thinkers are beginning to look at these myths not as fantasy, but as distorted memories of real, world-altering events. They argue that ancient disasters, cataclysms, so powerful and terrifying that early humans had no words to describe them, could only be interpreted as wars of the gods. Think about it. A massive asteroid impact, a series of supervolcano eruptions, or a sudden, dramatic shift in the Earth's climate. To our ancestors, these events would have been indistinguishable from divine warfare, and the clues might be hidden in plain sight. All around the world, we find strange megalithic ruins. Enormous stone structures, weighing hundreds of tons, cut and placed with a precision that baffles modern engineers. Places like Puma, Punku in Bolivia or the Assyrian in Egypt seem to be built with a technology far beyond the capabilities of the civilizations we credit them to. Thisisailen, imposing structures, often aligned perfectly with stars and celestial events, stand as solemn witnesses to a past we barely understand. Could they be the remnants of a lost, advanced civilization that was wiped out in a global catastrophe? A catastrophe our ancestors recorded as a war between gods. What if the thunder we hear in a storm is a faint echo of weapons that once shook the heavens? What if the reason nearly every ancient culture speaks of a lost golden age, a paradise destroyed, is because our ancestors inherited a world that was literally rebuilt after a celestial war? If that's true, then mythology is not fantasy. It's history, written in the symbolic language of gods and monsters. And it forces us to ask a chilling question. The real mystery is not whether the gods fought, but whether their conflict ever truly ended. Or is the silence we hear from the stars above just a temporary ceasefire? Thanks for watching. If you find these hidden histories as fascinating as I do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to join us on our next journey into the unknown.